Hi guys, welcome to Freshers Camp. So we are back with another topic of aptitude today, which is chain rule. But before moving on to the topic, let me tell you about our channel. We provide regular updates on government jobs, technical, non-technical, and all other type of job opportunities, as well as preparation material for campus placements and government jobs. Do not forget to subscribe the channel for regular updates. Please like the video and leave your queries in the comment section below. So before moving on to the topic of chain rule, let's solve the homework problem first, which was given in ratio and proportion part 2. The ratio of the number of boys and girls in college is 7:8. If the percentage increase in the number of boys and girls be 20% and 10% respectively, what will be the new ratio? Okay, so our answer is option C. Now let's see how. So we'll consider that originally the number of boys and girls were 7, 8x and 8x, and their increased number would be 120% of 7x and 110% of 8x. If you are confused with this 120% and 110%, then you can watch part first of ratio and proportion and part 2. You will know this concept. So you can write percentage as 120 by 100 into 7x. Similarly for 110 upon 100 into 8x. So that will be equals to 42x by 5 and 44x by 5. So once you solve it, you get it equals to 21:22, and that is your option C, which is your answer for this problem. So this is the list provided on screen to you. This list is about the topics which we have covered of aptitude. You can visit our channel for queries and updates. So this is all about the topics which we have covered so far. If you want any specific topic to be covered first, you can tell us that in comment section and we will go with that topic first. Let's move on to the today's topic. So our topic is chain rule. You get few questions on chain rule in any aptitude exams. So we will start with the basics. What is a direct proportion? So two quantities are said to be directly proportional if on the increase or decrease of one the other increases or decreases. You must have also studied this in case of physics, I guess, directly proportional and indirectly proportional both. So what happens in directly proportional is, let's say if there is rain, then the chances of sun rising is less, so that you can consider as inversely proportional. And in case of rain, you can take as rain is directly proportional to wind, because there is the same chance of rain as well as wind. So this was a real life example. Now if we take an example in terms of aptitude, you can take it as cost is directly proportional to the number of articles. More articles, more cost. For indirect proportion, we have two quantities are said to be indirectly proportional if on the increase of one the other decreases to some extent and vice versa. For example, the time taken by a car in covering a certain distance is inversely proportional to the speed of the car. More speed and less time is taken to cover a distance. So this is all about the basics. Now we will move on to some of the questions of chain rule for better understanding. So there is a note provided here. In solving problems by chain rule, we compare every item with the term to be found. Okay, so let's see. Three pumps working 8 hours a day can empty a tank in 2 days. How many hours a day must pump work to empty a tank in 1 day? So we will consider that required number of working hours per day be x. So according to the questions, more pumps, less working hours per day, so that is indirect proportion, less days, more working hours per day, indirect proportion. So we have pumps 4:3 and days 1:2. Directly proportional to, you can say, 8:x. So once you solve 4 into 1 into x equals to 3 into 2 into 8. So you can easily calculate x from here, and your x is equals to 12, which is your answer 12, and that is option D. So let's move on to another question. So if the cost of x meters of wire is d rupees, then what is the cost of y meters of wire at the same rate? So you will consider cost of x meters rupees d, and cost of 1 meter would be d divided by x. Similarly, you can Similarly, you can easily calculate the cost of y meters, that is rupees d by x into y, so which is y d by x, and that is your option D, which is your answer. Running at the same constant rate, 6 identical machines can produce a total of 270 bottles per minute. At this rate, how many bottles could 10 such machines produce in 4 minutes? So let the required number of bottles be x. More machines, more bottles, directly proportional. More minutes, more bottles, that is also directly proportional. So machines are 6:10, and time is 1:4, and 270 bottles we have, and x is the number of required bottles. So you can easily solve this as 6 into 1 into x equals to 10 into 4 into 270. So once you solve it, you can easily calculate x from here, that is 1800, which is your answer, option B. A fort had provision of food for 150 men and for 45 days. After 10 days, 25 men left the fort. The number of days for which the remaining food lasts is. Okay, so after 10 days, 150 men had food for 35 days. Suppose 125 men had food for X days. Now less men, so more days in direct proportion. So 125 ratio 150 ratio 35 ratio X. You can solve it as 125 into X equals to 150 into 35. You can easily calculate X from here, which is your 42, option C, your answer. So this is all about part first of chain rule, and the problem provided on screen is a homework problem for you. Leave the answer in the comment section. Plus do not forget to leave the answer in the Plus do not forget to like, comment and subscribe the channel. Leave your queries in the comment section below. Plus if you not Plus do not forget to subscribe the channel for regular updates. Please like the video and leave your queries in the comment section below, and we will solve further questions in part 2 of chain rule. Thank you.